Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White, and welcome to Ask Me Anything on December 14th, 2023. How is everybody? Is everybody as crazed as I have been? Let's see. Let's take a peek. Let me say hi to some people here. Hi, Bernadette. Oh, you had your daughter's classmate. We don't say committed suicide anymore. We say completed suicide or suicided. But I'll come back and get a card for you for that, honey. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Oh, quite a lot of people have passed, huh? And I'll get you a card too, Jenny. Hi, Monica. Hi. I've got a lot of messages for people today, huh? Especially during the holiday season, because for some of us, it will be the first holiday, maybe the first Christmas without your loved one, or the first Hanukkah, or the first New Year. Hi, Linda. Great question. I'm going to talk about that question. Put a pin in that. Hi, Nettie. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Tom. Hi, Christine. You'd like to start a cruise planners franchise business? I would say yes, 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 for a lot of reasons. Christine, I would say I've got chills on that one. Yes, a lot of reasons. And I'm going to try to get back to that. I have so many questions, you guys, and I have so many questions I want to answer. And just know that I do my best to get to as many as I possibly can. Hi, Liz T. You have a friend that passed too? Boy, that seems to be the theme tonight, huh? Hi, Kelly Standard. Oh, gosh, hold on. Hi, Karen Smith. Happy holidays. Oh, you're 5/17. That was my father's birthday. How do the cards align with our birthdays? And what does that mean? Well, you're a 2 of diamonds and probably wildly creative, Karen. Wildly creative. Hi, Eric. I love that. Hi, Kel. A lot of people call me Kel. A lot of people. Hi, Angela. Hi, Laurel Davis. I think James is doing a little better today, and I'm doing better. I started coughing again, but I can't seem to shake this cough. Hi, Sue Clifford. Hi, Renee Hansel. Beautiful blessings, Kelly and friends. What an incredible meteor shower last night. I couldn't believe how many I had seen. Anybody else see that meteor shower? Wow, Renee, I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night, so I missed that. And I don't even know if it's possible to see it where I am out in Wisconsin. Maybe it is. But if anybody else has seen it, let me know, because I think that's incredible. And that's just great that you got to see that. Wow, how exciting is that? Is anybody else going to bed early but very kind of tired? Let me know in the box. I'm kind of curious. Hi, Crystal Lynn. Hi, Elizabeth Preston. Honey, did you see it since we live kind of close to each other? Did you see that meteor shower? I'd love to know. Hi, Lori Clark. Hi, Donna Jean. Hi, Betty Stevens. Oh, and before I forget, if anybody is looking for a wonderful psychotherapist and spiritualist, both, it's a great combination, in the New York area, I would contact Betty Scott, and you can find her. Elizabeth Scott Moore is what she goes by, and you can find her on. And Betty, if you're listening, could you post your information here, because I don't think I have it here. She's a wonderful therapist, and a lot of people are always looking for a therapist that has spiritual, that understands spiritual nature and is open to all of that. And she's terrific, and she's in the East Coast in New York, but a licensed psychotherapist. So that's always a good sign there. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Lori Counts. Looking forward to seeing you, honey. Hi, Gretchen. Hi, Linda. So, hi, Gail King. I could just keep going on. Oh, hi, Lori Young. How are you, honey? Hope school's going well. Hi, Vicki. She says hi to you too, Renee. Hi, Vicki, honey. So, Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Linda. Hi, Linda. I love that area. Well, let's talk about some astrology. Before I get there, I'm just curious, is anybody else watching the Christmas movies or the holiday movies? I'm having so much fun watching them. Seriously. And I have no time to watch them, but I love having them on. And I don't know what it is about them. They always make me feel good. And the one I watched the other day, I'm still laughing about it, was the Divas of the 80s from Lifetime. Has anybody seen that? The Divas of the 80s? They were all women that I know. I loved it. I just loved it. I thought it was so fun and accurate on a lot of levels. So I'm going to look forward to seeing that one again because I just loved it. Anyway, let's talk about some astrology. So couple of big things are going on right now. Mercury is retrograde, and when Mercury is retrograde, it's a big deal, particularly as we go into the holiday season. I mean, we're in the holiday season, but as we move into traveling for Christmas, this is Mercury in retrograde, and it goes direct on the 1st of the year, January 1st. So right now, though, this is a tricky Mercury retrograde. It's complicated because it goes between two signs. So currently it's in Sagittarius, but then on December 27th, it goes back again into Scorpio. That's going to make things very kind of dicey. And then it's going to go forward again in Sagittarius. And it makes the energy kind of, I don't know, uncomfortable energy is the best way I can put it. And also, Mercury is at this Gandanta point. And I've always talked about the Gandanta point, go from water into fire or fire into water. It's at 29 degrees. And when that happens, a lot of bad weather can show up, challenges can come in, and with Mercury retrograde, it makes this time period that we're in a little more challenging. We'll say that. And if you are traveling like I am over the holidays, make sure, especially when you're traveling, make sure I always say this: pack your patience, and hopefully it will be an easy travel period. I'm saying this for myself, as I know Don is listening to this and he's like, oh my God, what are we getting ourselves into? But traveling with Mercury retrograde makes things tricky, and it can have an impact. Planes will be delayed, planes will be canceled, those kind of things. But anyway, just remember also, check with your computer, check your electronics, because Mercury retrograde can have a big impact on our electronics malfunctioning and this and that. The other thing about Mercury retrograde, which is always fascinating to me, is that old people can come back into our lives. And as I was getting ready for tonight's show, literally just a few minutes ago, an old friend of mine who I went to grad school with connected and wanted to know how I was doing. I thought that wasn't that funny timing on that with Mercury retrograde. So also what happens is on December 27, Mars, who's really a troublemaker, Mars, and it's in Scorpio currently. And that makes it very challenging and intense politically, out in the world. It just makes it an intense time. But Mars transits into Sagittarius on December 27th, and that stays until February 5th. And I'm going to say this: that will be easier on some level, okay? It will be you'll be like, oh, okay, you can actually feel that energy. It won't be as intense like this. And the other thing is, on January 1st, Jupiter goes direct. And in Vedic astrology that I'm talking about, in Vedic astrology, it's direct in Aries. And this is a really big deal because it's going to feel like, again, I've said this many times, we can breathe again. Now, again, if you watched the predictions that James and I did, I would say it's not an easy year. And that's what we have been talking about, not an easy year. And there'll be pockets of it that are amazing. And one of the things that I do want to, say about 2024 is because it's an 8-year, it does bring power individually to us. So pick up your power and use it. I think it's going to be an amazing year on so many levels. And somebody asked me about healing and what I think about healing for this year. And I think Lori LeClaire asked me this. And hi, Lori, honey, I hope you're doing okay. I think about you often. And she said, do you see any medical breakthroughs in 2024, particularly in cancer? And I'm going to say yes, yes, yes. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what's so amazing is that Jupiter will be conjunct Uranus on April 20th. And when that happens, it's a huge deal because when it happens, it opens the energy for all kinds of amazing things, like new healings, new ways of healing, new inventions of healing. And cancer would definitely be in that. I think in the next couple of this year and the next couple of years, we are going to see all kinds of energy for healing. I do. I think that it's going to be quite a time for healing, and it's going to be a good thing for healing for all of us. I do. I think about that all the time. And so that is one of the best things that will happen with this new aspect of things. So I do appreciate that question. So I think that even though it sounded kind of doom and gloom, I think that there will be some amazing things that do happen. I mean, I do. So anyway, I hope that helps that, because I wanted to make sure I got that out. And let's see. And I have a lot of questions that I want to get to. And I just have to figure out how I can get to my questions because I did something to my computer and I'm not sure what I did.
Hi everyone. Kellee by accident turned herself off, but I think she's back. So here is Kellee.
Sorry about that. Thanks, Renee. This was Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Mercury retrograde in full force, Dusty. Right on. That's exactly what happened. Don is going to be like, what did you do? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. I hit the wrong button. Oh boy, it's just going to be one of those times. But anyway, so let me answer some of these questions because they're great questions, and let me pull them up the correct way. And I'm going to start answering a bunch of questions here. And Tammy Friesman says, hi, Kellee. You are always a highlight of my week. Thank you, sweetheart. I was wondering if you could answer a question about something I experienced lately. And I thought this was so fascinating, you guys. She said, my brother-in-law passed suddenly at the end of last month. So he just passed away. She said, I went to the viewing, and as I was sitting with his wife, I happened to look at his body in the coffin, and I saw a green aura over top of him. She said, I have never had that experience at viewings before. Usually I just see a soul hanging around. This completely confused me. Okay, Tammy, I so loved that question. I can't even tell you. I just absolutely love the question because a green aura shows us that the soul is in tranquility. The soul has love for other people. The soul is healed. Okay, so I hope that helps, Tammy. And I thought that was just such a great question. When I had my third surgery last year, it wasn't this time, but third surgery last year, my doctor walked in, and had been praying and praying for a sign just to show me that this was going to be okay. Because, after 3 surgeries in a row, you kind of start to fade. And I have I'm like, hope springs eternal. Well, even I have to admit, it was a hard day that day. But anyway, my doctor walks in, and all I could see was bright green all over him. And that was the sign I needed. And so if anybody does get to see an aura suddenly, all of a sudden, I mean, it can happen spontaneously. You don't have to be an aura specialist. Anybody at any time, all of a sudden, in fact, I'll give you an example. My mom and I were doing a session with somebody together when my mom was alive. We used to do sessions together. I think we do sessions together now, but she's on the other side and she'll tell me something and we've actually disagreed from the other side. It's kind of funny. But anyway, one day my mom and I were doing this session with our dear friend, and it's the damnedest thing. My mom and I both looked up, and all around this woman was this beautiful blue, like a baby blue, but like highlighted so light that my mom saw it. And my mom and I looked at each other and we said, do you see that? And my mom said, you see it too? I said, you see it? I mean, it was so shocking. And my mom had never seen anything. I'd never seen an aura. So it can happen spontaneously. Just remember that. And God bless you that you got to have that experience, because I think that's fantastic that you got to have that experience. Really, I think it's great. And I wanted to say, Bernadette, let's get you a card for your friend, okay, who suicided, of your daughter's classmate, okay? And I am going to address that suicide because Tom asked me a question about that, and I am going to ask a question about that one. Okay, hold on a second. I was met by so many loving people. I love that. I was met by so many loving people here. Okay, so just know that, Bernadette, that she was met by many, many Southern people. And I do want to address suicide since you're talking about it right now. And this is from Tom Owen. And Tom, I really appreciate this question. He said, good evening. I know you're a wealth of knowledge when it comes to the subject of suicide. I seem to know a lot about it. What are your opinions on what happens to the soul? Is there a difference between someone who does it for, say, no serious reason versus someone who says they do it because of a terminal illness? And put a pin in that. Do we come back right away? Thank you in advance. I do not believe at all that we come back right away. I've never had that belief. And yes, I think there would be a difference if somebody is mentally ill, if somebody is just really mad, because sometimes suicide is dyadic in nature. It's opposing somebody else. They're pissed off at somebody else. Then that is like not a good reason. That's like, seriously. But I can imagine this guy's going, what in the world? But also, wait, let me just tell James something. Wait a minute. Hi, honey, I'm actually doing a show right now. Love you. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. So anyway, and this is a serious subject, suicide. So is there a difference? Yes, there's a difference. And so let's say you are very, very ill and you really, maybe it's time that you wanted to suicide and you did. And I think that there's a big, I think that you're not going to be held back for something like that. Even if you're held back at all, sometimes souls put so much into a life, it might be too much for them. So there's a lot of compassion when soul suicides. Always know that. All right. I hope that helps you with that, because I do appreciate that question. I do appreciate that. So, and Karen Bennett says, hi, Kellee, I have a question I'll throw out to you. Sorry, it's a bit long. So she said, I have set my intentions that I put into the universe, and I visualize that things have happened. And I imagine the excitement I feel when it's manifested. That's great. And she says, even if I cast the slightest doubt that they will happen, she said, am I jinxing myself? No, I think that's a human nature. And she said, I especially feel weird asking a psychic this or that, because it seems like I'm, basically creating doubt. Here's the thing. I'm going to say this. She says, does that, have the outcome, is that like create a pushback? Yes, because it gets confusing for the universe. Believe in yourself and manifest. Put out there. I love that you put out the excitement. Everybody can do this, and everybody believe in themselves, no matter what anybody else says. I don't care. Just believe in yourself. I mean, know yourself and believe in yourself. I think that is the biggest thing you can do in life. I do. I think it's so important that you do that. Okay. Jenny Sowers from Texas. Any message from my son who passed in 2020? Why do women hate me? I don't know. I have no idea. About that question. That's an evolved question, and I don't have the answer to that. But here, okay, from your son, I am just a thought away. I am just a thought away. Okay, I hope that helps you. Okay, Linda Reynolds. Hi, Kellee. What's the best way to connect with my higher self? And it seems to be a repeating thing coming to me. So the best way to connect with your higher self is, we'll use the term imagination. So you imagine your higher self. So as James will tell you, there's 30% of us here and 70% on the other side. your higher self is on the other side. So you imagine more of yourself pouring into your body and then stepping into the power of that. It's very powerful. Whenever I'm about to do something large, I always put my higher self on and bring more of me into me. And it works every time. So you just keep doing it, making a habit to do it, okay? Make it a habit, Linda. Great question. And make it a habit. So I think that is important. Nettie P. Hi, Kellee. Can I please get a card reading on, yes, you're March 15th. You're the Ides of March. The Ides of March. I love that. March 15th. And March 15 is an 8 of diamonds. And I'm going to tell you this, 8 of diamonds seems to be a theme tonight because I saw a lot of different 8 of diamonds that I'm going to talk about. 8 of diamonds is very important because an 8 of diamonds carries so much power and they carry at the same time that much light. So an 8 of diamonds, you can tell an 8 of diamonds, I could spot them a mile away because they have this giant smile. Big smile because they light up a space. And that's their purpose here, to light up a space. Now, some of them, particularly the men I've seen, abuse power. Not so much on the women. The women tend to be a little long-suffering, but they don't have to be. They can step into their own power. So it's a great card, particularly for females, okay? If you step into your power and use that great abundance of light that you have, because that's what an 8 of diamonds, that's the gift of an 8 of diamonds. Okay, so this question is from Carrie East. She says, knowing that our lives are planned prior to incarnation. So yes, we plan our lives before we incarnate. Do you think that when a child comes into the world with true memories of a past life, that the soul is advised by their guides prior to incarnation that this is something that they will carry? Yes, and I know you're not talking about past life regression. You're talking about when these children come in that know so much about a past life. Yes, and she says, does it have anything to do with that soul's specific purpose? Yes, and I think it's absolutely, well, she says, is it possibly breaking a pattern to achieve growth? Not sure what you mean by that, breaking a pattern to achieve growth. Possibly, maybe, but it's really, I think, to show others about their belief system, because sometimes these kids will be born into a family that is either very religious or they have no, they just don't have a belief system. And this one will come in and with a belief, with the true knowing of who this soul is. And I think it does benefit all humanity, but you have to remember this. She says, so how come so few people have this ability when they're, younger, or these children that come in, these souls that come in that are very highly advanced souls. So it would expedite our spiritual growth if we had a lot of it, but that is Earth's free will place, and it wasn't designed like that. It was designed to have some people with this ability to do it to get our attention, but not everybody, because so many people on Earth are asleep. Each lifetime, and this lifetime in particular, will help wake up so many more. And the thing that I really am looking forward to in 2024, actually, is that there will be a lot of souls that do start to wake up spiritually for many, many reasons. For Neptune is going to be in a place that is going to start waking us all up. People that need to be awake. This Jupiter-Uranus conjunction going to wake up a lot of people. Same with these eclipses too. Eclipses change lives. And when lives change, people tend to cling on to spirituality, And so I think that it's an amazing year for that. Truly an amazing year for that. So I hope that starts. So, and Christine Showalter, yes, start a new business. I think it would be great. I think it's a terrific year for that. And if anybody, it's an 8-year, which is connected to Saturn. Saturn's the planet of work, health, karma, and 8 is power. And this year will give us the power. If you are starting something new and you've postponed it, start it after the first of the year. This last couple of weeks that we are in right now with December, they're not a time to start anything. They're a time to plan. And when Mercury is retrograde, it's a great time to go back and plan of things that you might want and that kind of thing. But when we get into the new year, I think the energy is going to go whoop, like open up. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really good time for that. Liz T, hi Kellee and everyone. Kellee, can I get a card for a friend who passed? Yes, her birthday is 7/15 and yours is 3/20. So March 20th is a 3 of diamonds. 3 of diamonds is one of the most challenging. It is the most, actually. I'm just going to say it like it is. It's the hardest life path because there's a lot of karma involved with it, and things would maybe not feel fair in this lifetime. And I will tell you that it also is one of the most creative, particularly in music and art, particularly in music. They are so creative and they can make a fortune. It's the funniest thing. But how they get happy is from spirituality. That's it. But let me get you a card. You are never alone, Liz T. You are never alone. Okay. And Vicky, I'm going to get you a card from your beloved husband too. Oh my gosh. We are soulmates. Here you go, Vicky. We are soulmates. He always loves this one. We are soulmates. Love your husband. He's the best. Such a good one. I hope that helps. Kellee Stannard. She says, hi, Kellee. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you. Thank you for being you. And I'm more me this year. And my goal next year is to be more me. And that should be everybody's goal, to be more of themselves. I really mean that. Anyway, your birthday is 9/25. Yes. And September 25th is a Queen of Hearts. So Queen of Hearts is about being the mother to everybody. Okay. Queen of Hearts comes in. On the negative side, they can be lazy, so you have to watch that part of it. But on the highest end, they're the mother to everybody. They know about everything. They're loving, and they're here to mother. So I hope, and they're very creative. They can be extremely creative. And I love Queen of Hearts. I always have. Just love them. Okay. So, all right. So this is from Rick East. He says, during a reading with you and then later during the Alaska cruise, so you went on the cruise with us, you and James told me that due to my interest and passion for the Civil War, that I'm a healer. I do remember that very well. I was surprised by that because I just thought that the study and the participating in reenacting riding his horse in the cavalry were fun. But how is the healing carried out? Is my healer reach limited to Civil War soldiers, or does it extend to others? I've been thinking about this since August, so let me give you some sense of that. So by carrying out the reenactment, it actually helps the other souls that may have been kind of reliving those time periods, and maybe you'll give them a better ending or something like that. It might help them with their mission on some level, because there are certain areas in the world that carry deep Civil War energy, and the reenactment of it keeps their souls alive on some level. So it's healing. Somehow it's healing. Okay. And yes, you could be a healer anywhere, Rick, because you're January 13th. And January 13th is an Ace of Spades. And Ace of Spades always looks at the deep end of something. So your questions fit you to a T. I love your questions, and I hope that helps you. Okay. So Debbie Who Pinks says, I wonder what my divine purpose is. Please and thank you. And so you are January 1973, because you gave me your year. You also are an 8 of diamonds. So when I talk about 8 of diamonds, they have a big smile, and they have the power to bring light to others. But honey, you're also a 22 in numerology, because you gave me your full birthday. And a 22 is, there are 3 master numbers, 11, 22, and 33. 11s are the teachers. 22s are the builders. 33s put them both together. I happen to be a 33. We put those together. But a 22 is to build, like you really have to walk a good path. So the way I would view you, and I've never met you, but it would be about bringing help and light and hope to others in a powerful way. Okay, so I really think that in a big, big way. So this is for Vicky Seymour. She says, I'm new here. Well, hi, Vicky. How are you? She said she would love a reading. So all you have to do is just listen. And you are 1228, Vicky. And 1228 it's a interesting. It's a 3 of hearts, which I'm going to explain, along with a 3 of diamonds. So I'm going to say, I bet you, Vicky, you are wildly creative and very sensitive, because a 3 of hearts comes in with deep emotions and learning how to deal with emotions on earth, basically, and with family members and with people and in relationships. 3 of hearts, always watch your heart, because there's a real tender heart there. Okay. And a 3 of diamonds, that double threes would make you wildly creative. I mean, probably some of the greatest actresses and actors come out with that, actually. I wonder if you're an actor. Because anyway, it's a great one. Okay, and Brittany Cockney, she says, and her birthday's 11/22, which makes you a Jack of Hearts. She said, a year ago I did a reading, and she said what she did remember that I used the word martyr. And so Jack of Hearts, 11/22. If your birthday is November 22, you're Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts is about helping others, sacrificing for others, and helping others in this lifetime. So I do hope that helps with that answer for that. I hope that helps. So let me answer a lot of other questions here. Pat Lane, 5'4". How do you keep such awesome hair? That's a great question. Thank you for that question. I was born that way. Honest to God, I was just born with a lot of hair. But thank you for that. 5'4". So, and you are 5'4". That 2 of spades. 2 of spades is known as they're friendly. They're about partnership. 2 of spades always has to overcome fear. Okay, and why do you come to Earth? Some people come to overcome fear, and as James would tell you, fear is an illusion. And so anyway, I hope that helps. But also business is really important, Pat, and creativity is also really important. I think that's good to know. Oh, okay. Let's see. And Pat says that my cat passed away the end of August. Oh, absolutely. Your cat's always around you, honey. Always. Okay. Joy says, hi, Kellee. Thank you for your amazing work. Oh, thanks, honey. Could you explain the distinction between one's higher self and one's soul? Well, I have a hard time connecting to my higher self. I think I answered this, Joy, but the higher self is part of your soul. We have about 30%, about that here on earth in our body, but our higher self is here. And it's our giant soul. Imagine we have this giant soul. So the higher self is your soul. You want to bring more of it into you. The higher self, the bigger part of us, knows so much, has all the information we would ever need. Okay, I hope that helps. Let's see. I hope that helps. What else here? Laura Gonis, she says January 15th. I would love a message from my daughter who passed away 5 years ago. Here we go, Laura. Let's get you a daughter from your. Oh, she says I had to leave that way. So I'm not sure how she left, but she says I had to leave that way, and I'm going to leave you with this. I know she wants you to set a place for her at during the holidays. Okay, please, Laura. I think that's going to be really important here, and I know that she listens to every single thing you say, everything. So I have chills on that. Okay. Sarah, so you've been going to bed earlier than usual too? I know, right? How wacky is that? Dee Dee, hi, Kellee. How you doing? I'm doing really great. How's my book coming along? It's finished. Yahoo. And so we're looking at publishers at the beginning of the year, because to do it right now makes no sense. But at the beginning of the year, because I don't want to do anything with Mercury in retrograde. That is the truth. Angel says, I had my 3rd COVID experience 1 year ago and I still have a cough. There you go. See, there you go, Angel. I know, it's just the weirdest thing. I'm sorry you had it 3 times. Wow. Maggie Landis, yeah, you're going to bed earlier too. Isn't that weird? Tippy, you watched the Divas and you loved it too? I did too. I just could not stop. I just thought it was a great day. Let me answer a bunch of other questions I have here too. So hold on just a second. Okay, Carolyn Floden. She says, Kellee, you have enlightened me on so many levels. Thanks, Carolyn. Your last session with James on the year 2024 certainly gives us a lot to think about. It certainly does. It certainly does. It'll be a year. Could you tell me if my daughter and husband who passed away recently are all right? Yes, Carolyn, they're together. They are absolutely together, okay? And they wouldn't miss being together here and to be with you. Okay, let's get a card from them. They watch over you every single day. Okay, you have to know that. They watch over you every single day. So here's what I would do. And my friend Vicky taught me this. Look at the clouds, because it's amazing, you guys, to get messages from the clouds. It's extraordinary. And some souls are really adept at showing us this. And I want to remind people of this one too. Sometimes when you have lost a loved one, and this happened to me recently, I was at the store and this man turned around. I was pushing my little cart, at the store. I thought it was my dad. And they can project their face onto somebody else's body. Okay. And I'm telling you, I thought this was my dad. And every once in a while, I will get that experience. So pay attention. Okay. I live in southern Wisconsin, Vicky Simar. Oh, you're in Wisconsin too? Well, good. Hi, Don. Vicky says, hi, Don. Let's see. Anne Margaret says, today at Delta Terminal at airport, a Delta attendant sang in the microphone. Oh, she sang it, and I'm not sure what you mean by that. She sang? Okay, well, good for her. Good for her. Mary Vodka. I have to say, I like your name. And you are 815? Yeah, I'll get you a card, honey, just for that name. Jack of Clubs. Jack of Clubs is really creative, really smart. They're excellent mediums, very, very psychic. But let's get you a card from, how about this? The Soul's Journey, because I love that. Okay, let's get that here. Let us get that. Okay. Let me shuffle these off just a bit. Hold on a minute. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Great. And that's an excellent one, especially as we go into this new year, everybody. Just view this year as, what are you going to learn? What am I learning? Because that's what's really, really important. Mindy Lipton. I have Scorpio triplets, 36 years old, that don't want me in their lives. I'm sorry, Mindy. I don't know what that's about, but that's interesting. Well, let's get you a card here too from the Soul's Journey. Where did I just put them? I need a bigger desk. Here we go. Adversity. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. Here you go. Well, I guess you're probably learning a lot here, through that experience. I would think, I'm sorry, but I bet you that's a lot that you're learning. An awful lot. Oh, Vicky says, thanks for the prediction show. Thank you, Vicky. I really appreciate it. I know that it upsets some people, but so here we go. This, there are some positive things that'll happen in this year, because people will actually get their power. They'll start businesses. There'll be a lot of new forms of healing, particularly, let's say you wanted to study healing and go and become a healer, or you're a natural healer at it. Be a great year. But it's also a great year to start a business. So I'm just going to keep saying that, okay? So Kay Cannon Delano. Hi, spiritual medium Kellee White. I can't catch a break lately. Refinances, jobs. Will my situation with finances improve? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say when you can catch a break after the first of the year, okay? These last few months, the last few weeks are extremely challenging. And with this Mercury retrograde, and we had this new moon that was a troublemaker. We have a lot of troublemakers there, and this Mars, it's a trigger. It has just not been, nobody's catching a break, but we will catch a break when we start the new year. Okay, please remember that. Okay, Julie Munsterman, I'm having trouble sleeping lately. I'm very restless. Can I have a mini reading with any advice about a possible out-of-state move? So you are 8/2, I'm sorry, you are, I just saw that. 9-2, September 2, which is a 9 of diamonds. 9 of diamonds comes to complete things. So if you, Julie, if you are ready to make an out-of-state move, it's interesting because that could happen in 2024. We could see big changes in 2024 of people moving here and there. The same thing that happened in 2019, we saw a lot of that. It's the same kind of energy. So that wouldn't surprise me. Okay, I think that's something to check out. Let me get some more of these questions that I have. Before I forget, thank you, Renee. So if you go to James's Facebook page, my Facebook page, or both Sides Now and Beyond Facebook page, and you, we have a graphic there that talks about liking, sharing, and liking and sharing. If you get a chance, do that. And if you can share with 3 or more people, your name will be in a bowl, or I don't know how Carissa's going to do it, but my assistant Carissa is going to pick 30 people, and James and I are going like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, or and hit that button, the notification button. I'm so bad at this. But anyway, James and I are going to be doing a free event, which will probably be either in January or February. We don't have a date yet, but we're going to do a free event for 30 people that have really helped promote our shows. So thank you so much in advance. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. So, okay, let's see here. Okay. Oh, Evelyn Goose says, since this is an 8 year, how will it affect 8 people? So I will tell you, it will, if you are an 8 in numerology and you just add your birth date up. So whatever your birth date is, like mine is September 20th, 1957, that would total a 6. But in numerology, it's a 33. So you add them all up. And if you are an 8, this year as an 8, it will be a very powerful year. My goodness, I would really be stepping into my power of who I am, what do I want to do, and get things done. And set your intentions. Don't forget this. Set, the New Year's resolutions. Really set the time on that day to write them down and really start setting them in stone of what you want to do, because this energy will help you. As let's say you wanted to lose weight, or you wanted to, get healthy, or this really is the time to do it, or you want to start a new business, or you want to move. Change that into this is what will happen, because this is such a great year for that. I'm looking up because I think there's a spider on the top of my roof here. How great is that? Since it's one of those days. Okay, Karen Abercrombie, I love this question. She says, they say that you're greeted by relatives when you pass. Yes, when we pass away, first of all, a call goes out to the universe like 6 to 8 weeks in advance. So there's no such thing as an accident. And even in a suicide, the other side knows they already have sent the souls that are supposed to be with us. Okay. And so she says, well, who's most likely to meet you? Like friends or relatives? Well, frankly, if any special loved one would come and meet you. When my mom passed, and I've told this story many times, as she was ill, and I said, Mom, who do you want to come and get you? I said, and I knew this, she didn't want this one, but I said, you want your mom? She did not like her mother. And she goes, no. And I go, how about your dad? Because she liked her dad. She loved her dad. She goes, no. So I start naming all these people. She's like, no, I don't want any of them. And I'm like, you don't? Well, who do you want? Because somebody's going to come and get you, Mom. Who do you want? And she goes, I want your father. And I go, you want my dad? Like, that makes no sense. Like, they've been divorced for like 100 years. It made no sense. And she said, because she said he was the most fearless man I ever met, which was true. He did not, this man had, I never saw anybody with he had zero fear of anything. It's the damnedest thing. Anyway, so she said, I want your dad, because my mother feared death. And even though she had me as a daughter talking about this whole time, she feared death. So when my mom passed, I saw my dad come and scoop her up and out. So it's a whole deal. I have chills when I say that. Yeah. So anyway, our loved ones come and get us. you can kind of put it out there before. I want, especially, first of all, spouses that really love their spouse who's passed. Oh my God, they're always the first one there. Forget about it. Forget about it. That's just how that works. So Lori Young, hi Lori, she says, that's funny. Please tell me the rest of school is going to go well. Yes, it is. March 5th, huh? Okay, March 5th. And March 5th, I think 5 of spades, great day, excellent day. It's a 5 of spades day, so that means a lot of big change. I think that's fantastic. Okay, Charlene Miller, my best friend Debbie of 21 years has moved on. I'm sorry, Charlene. That's so hard. I'm so sad and feeling lost. It's so hard that I will not hear her voice again. I've been asking her to visit with me. We've had together many experiences with ghosts and spirits. We took it as a normal thing. If anyone will come to visit me, it's my Deb. I have chills. She's definitely around here. A card, please. Let's get you a card, honey. It's so hard to lose a best friend. Oh my God. I don't like losing anybody. I just don't. And and I'm a medium. I really do not like losing people. And I do know that we're going to see them again, but just that whole idea that they're not with us and you can't hear their voice and all that. Ooh, boy, I don't like it. That's the one part about Earth I don't like. I understand the process. I just don't like it. Okay. I am with the rest of the family. So she's with the rest of your family, or the rest of her family here. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this, honey. She's totally around you. She made this happen. January 15, and January 15 is a Queen of Diamonds. So Queen of Diamonds really cherish their loved ones. I know that. I know that's a big one. Pammy Greening, hi Kelly, I loved your show with James the other night. Thanks, honey. Can I have a reading? Yes, 10-10. So October 10 is a Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs they're so smart. They know everything about everything. And they have a brain that just is always going. The most psychic. They're so psychic. If Queen of Clubs tells me this or that, I listen. I always do. They're also really great healers, and they're just really smart people. So I love that. Okay, Debbie Jones. Hi, Debbie Jones Griffin. And you are 626, and 626 is a 4 of clubs like me. 4 of clubs. Very psychic. Usually complete their mission. Take life seriously. Have a lot of energy. Have to overcome negativity. I hope that helps. Debbie Griffin says, yes, my brother completed suicide, destroyed the family. It really did. Mom was never the same. It was so sad. It's very true, Debbie. Very true. It has the ability to destroy a family. Oh, well, it just absolutely would. Absolutely. And that could be about literally having to take a spiritual place, literally hanging on to a spiritual, having a spiritual, becoming spiritual and having faith. You just would have to. Totally. So, okay. Amy Van Zost, Kelly, can you pull a card for my beautiful daughter, Taylor, who passed? Absolutely, honey. Let us get a card from your Taylor. Absolutely, honey. I have a new understanding, she says. I have a new understanding. So somebody asked me, and I'm going to answer this question. Let me just find this question. It was a great question. And it was, let's see. Hold on a second. I love that question. Hold on. Oh gosh, I want to find this. It was about when you pass. Hold on a minute. What your soul looks like when you. Oh, okay. Here we go. No, that's not it. Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, here it is. Mandy Hanner. She says, "Hi Kelly. I haven't heard this question asked before. That's a great question." She says, "What form do we take on after we cross over?" She says, "I'm curious how we all recognize each other if our human form doesn't exist." So, and I'll give your birth date information in just a second. So, when we pass, we leave the physical form here, but we have the identical spiritual form. So, initially, when we're on that side, we look how we look now, without the density. But frankly, on that side, there is density on a different level. It's kind of hard to explain, but you will see one another, you'll hug one another, they'll recognize you, you'll recognize them, and off you'll go. So don't ever worry about that. Later on, you can, change the way if you want to be younger. Often I'll see these souls that'll come in, let's say they died at, 85, and they look so young when they come in there, like young and youthful and energy. And when I saw my father on the other side, which I did, he looked so young, I couldn't believe it. So anyway, and your birthday is 11/26/1957. And so 11/26, should know this one by heart, is a 7 of hearts. And a 7 of hearts, it has a spiritual path to take, big time. And you were born in 1957, which is a 22, which means that you really took on life as wanting to understand the human condition spiritually, frankly. It's a wonderful path. Not easy, but it's a wonderful one. So I do want to say that, because I think that's important. And I thought this was interesting. Crystal Cook, she says, I love this show and your work. Thanks, Crystal. So her birthday is March 5th. And she says, but what are luckiest months? I think in every month, Crystal, there are certain days that have a little more, energy to them. But every card, every birth date has a positive and a negative, meaning, something all of us have to work on. None of us just come in like, ooh, it doesn't work that way. There's always a high and a low side, a positive and a negative side to each birthday. And the idea on Earth is to whittle away at that negative side, or the shadow side, and really bring in the higher self. This is the whole key to life, really. Bring in that higher self and then move forward. And that's the key to life, actually. And the key to life also is moving forward. But I love, she said that I have 2 sisters with uncanny birthdays. So one sister's birthday is, which I find fascinating, is 2/20/76. And the other sister is 11/11/67, which is 76 backwards. And the 220 is also the 11/11, which I thought that was great. I mean, I think that would have been something that the other side, they would have planned and kind of connected with and said, oh, we'll have fun with this, because I think that they're probably fun girls. So I think that was helping. Joanne Barkley. Hi, Joanne. Wondering if any messages from my mom. Tomorrow's the anniversary of her passing. Oh, I'm sorry, Joanne. I bet you do miss her. Hold on a second. She says, my mind is free. My mind is free. So here's what I would do, Joanne. Tomorrow, honey, I would sitting down and I would allow yourself to have that feeling of her, because she will be right there, coming right around you, giving you a hug, talking to you. Just get real still. The whole idea of how we get messages is we get real still. You get real still and then start to connect and feel her around. They always come around. First of all, if you're thinking about them, they're there. But also, if there's an anniversary, they're sensitive to that. They know that, and I know your mom loves you so much. So just know that, okay? I think that's important here. Karen Sweeney, my sister passed in 2020 from what was previously discussed. I do believe it was her choice prior to coming to Earth. Absolutely, Karen. Absolutely, it would have been her choice. Before we incarnate, we do that. Esafet, I don't think I'm going to say your name right. I'm so sorry. Esha Hadit, Gopal. Hi there, honey. She says, hi, Kellee. I lost my son to cancer 4 years back. I'm so sorry. It's the hardest lesson of all. Not even a lesson. It's a way that your soul will grow and expand. It's like getting your PhD on Earth. It's the hardest class to take. That's the way to say it. And she said, it's a challenge to keep going, but I'm doing my best. I'm planning to start a new business this year, and you are October 29. Can I please know what there is in the future for me? First of all, I've got chills. He's going to help you. He's telling me you can do it, Mom. He's got all kinds of ideas for you, because he's an idea guy. And October 29 is 6 of Hearts, which is I've always said this, probably my favorite card in the deck. Probably, honey, because it's about family. And I know how much you love him. I have chills. He is so around you. Oh, boy. He says you have nothing to feel guilty about. So I don't know if this means that you had thought that maybe you could have done something, or, they plan we all plan when we're going to exit. And so, having said that, maybe this happened to help you understand there's no such thing as death, and that could be it right there, frankly. And he completed what he needed to complete here, honey. But as far as your business, start a new business. Start a new business for sure. Okay, it'll be an extraordinary year for you to do that. Okay, and plus, Six of Hearts, they're business-oriented people. Okay, remember that. Okay, Carlene Reese, how can we benefit from sound healing? Oh, I think it's so wonderful, sound healing. What is the best frequency to listen to? That I don't know. But sound healing, if anybody go to a sound bath, oh, I just find it changes the vibration. It lifts, kind of like gets off the old stuff and recharges you again, recharges the soul. I love sound healing, but I don't know which is the best frequency. That is not something that I know. And you are 1120, and 1120 is a Two of Clubs, the friendly card. Two of Clubs loves people. They love to get out. They love to socialize, and overcoming fear is everything. Okay. Sound bath would be so perfect for you. I think it would be really, really good for you. Okay, so, Pat Lang, do you believe that the prodigy children, like those I've seen at age 3, are expert pianists, have gifts from a previous incarnation? Oh, you bet. You bet I do think that. I think it's extraordinary, frankly. Extraordinary that when we get to see that. Yeah, great question. And yes, absolutely. Elisa Rediker, she says, hi, Kellee, I'm new here. Well, welcome, Alicia. Thank you. Can I please get a card? Absolutely, honey. Whoops, where did your birthday go? Here it is. Okay, it just slipped out, and now here it is. Thank you, Renee. Okay, and your birthday is July 9th. And I talk to my guardian angel every day, and I recognize all the signs that the angels send me. I see them every day. How great is that? How great is that? And so you are July 9th. And July 9 is a 6 of diamonds. So 6 of diamonds is about, we call it the financial balance card, financial balance. So this lifetime is about like paying back debts, but also not the whole thing is also about receiving abundance of gifts. So 6 of diamonds, they take on a serious role. They're very spiritual. I love that you're talking to the angels, and they can have wild success. 6 of diamonds. It was all about like paying dues on some level here, but it's a great card. It's actually one of my favorite cards. Okay, cat feathers. When is the Jupiter Uranus conjunction? I believe it's April 20th. I believe it's April 20th, and I hope that helps with everything. So. Oh, Soli, don't worry about James, honey. He's doing so much better now. He's doing a lot better. You know, we go in and out with these coughs and everything, but he's doing a lot better. Okay. Kale King, I need your help. My kid's dad passed, and there was a separation with part of my family. I need a card. My birthday is 5/4, and his is today. I'm sorry. The baby's dad passed, and during the separation. It makes it very challenging, doesn't it, Gail? It makes it very challenging. And 5/4, and your birthday is May 4th. May 4th is a 2 of spades. Yeah, overcoming fear, overcoming your worst nightmare, basically. And so here we go. Although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. Okay, just have a lot of faith in a lot of things, Gail, because life can bring amazing results. Okay, keep a positive thought with all of this. Take care of your kids, because I know he wants you to. Okay, just know that. I think that's really important. So everybody, I've got to get going, but I want to say happy holidays to everybody. I'm not going to be here next week because I'm going to be going away. I'm going to be with my family in Texas, and I'm excited to see them, my grandchildren. I cannot wait. Get a hold of them. I always call him Pumpkin Puss, and my August is like, Gigi, my name is not Pumpkin Puss. Please don't call me that. And I just can't help it, But my granddaughter, she loves it, so I call her Pumpkin Puss. It's very fussy. What can I say? Anyway, I hope everybody has a great time, a great few weeks, and I'll be back I'll be back on Monday with James. So I'll be back with James on Monday, and we're going to be doing the best of our shows. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us on Monday on Both Sides Now and Beyond with James, and it's going to be so much fun. So thanks, everybody. Take care.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.